This is Confessions of Coco Nuts, episode 6. I am Coco.
And I'm Cashew.
Hi, Cashew.
Hi, Coco.
Hey. Yay, today is Friday.
Isn't it? It's nice. Finally the weekend.
I know. And on Fridays, we get to talk with friends.
Oh, yeah. And who's our friend for today?
Well, my beautiful friend and kind soul, Mangala. She is an amazing mother and photographer, a fellow vegetarian and yoga enthusiast. She's Polish by birth and like California girl by heart.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you.
That sounds like a song.
On Instagram, she goes by Boho Stella, and I hope I'm saying correctly. Welcome, my friends. So good to have you here.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm looking forward to confessing.
Yes, confess with us.
Yeah, this is the place where we confess. Well, we don't want to confess, but we're not confessing.
Well, honestly, it's just Coco that's confessing all the time. I just agree with her.
Well, we first met in Colorado, remember? We worked together on some, I don't know, some localization project.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Did you guys like work at that?
We worked together, and that was at that place that how I learned her free spirit personality, and it is just, I'm telling you, it's just contagious. This girl is just too much. I love her so much.
And now I have a mini-me.
The two of them is gonna be in the same room, and then you can't hold yourself anymore.
No.
So since then, you have moved all over the country. How many times have you moved? Seriously?
So many times. So many times. The times that I remember the most are, well, we always move for a few years, so we never move somewhere for just a year or two. Except for India, but that was more traveling. I actually went to school in Chicago, and this is where I went to finished a couple of years in high school and studied in college in Chicago. Then I met my husband, who is a big traveler. He was living abroad at the time and came back from his travels at the same time as I did. So he was studying in Spain and traveling, all over the world, and we met in Chicago and decided to go west. And we wanted to drive through the mountains, we wanted to live in the mountains.
That's so cool. Yeah. I can't imagine just like living in the mountains.
So we picked up our Prius, which we still have. We still have that same car.
I remember, yeah.
Amazing. So we picked up our car, and as we drove through Nebraska, you know how boring that is.
Yes.
Yeah,
we
there's
were
nothing.
so tired, and there was an exit and there was like this lane going to Denver, which was congested, and then there was this exit to Boulder, and it was like free. And we were so tired, we're like, no, we can't go through Denver now, so let's just go to Boulder. And we went to Boulder, and I fell in love with this town just because of that Pearl Street downtown area. And I came back to the hotel and I said, listen, I think we have to live here.
Wow, I wish it was that easy every single time we went to because I like going to Oregon. I think Oregon's a really nice place. And it's just we stop by Oregon and have the museums and all the trees and the blueberries. And I'm like, let's live here. But I don't think it's that easy. I wish it was.
You can't be attached to your things because usually when we move, we just take whatever fits in the car. So throughout the years, I had to let go of beautiful clothes and books and art.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember when you were moving to go to, I think was DC or something. The stuff you were selling were just so beautiful.
Yeah, so every time I sell whatever I can sell, and if the rest goes to friends and donation, and we do this every single time. And then when we were in DC, we actually had this plan that, my husband had a job at National Geographic there. So we knew we didn't want to stay there. And I especially had such an aversion to DC. I didn't want to be there. But now the best place, I have the best memories from DC. It's just the sisterhood that I had there. I got my yoga teacher training there. I really developed very deep, lasting friendships in DC. So I really honor that place, and it's really close to my heart. Even though we only lived there for a couple of years, and we always thought that we're gonna stay here for this project, and then we're gonna go to India. We always wanted to go to India. We're gonna go do long travel for a year or so, and after that, we're gonna go to California and settle. We even knew that we wanted to be north of San Francisco until I realized that it's really cold California there.
Yes.
Really?
10 times more expensive than where you are as well.
Oh, I don't know. I would probably, I don't know. It's probably the same. California is just really expensive.
Yeah. Mangala, I remember like talking to you when I visited Chicago one time and how you were enjoying your yoga journey. And I was just so fascinated by listening to you talking about the whole yoga thing. It was actually that conversation that made me finally try. Did you know that? Until this day,
really?
Yoga. I'm telling you, I swear. Listening to you, I was driving on the highway talking to you, and I was asking stuff like, "Where should I go? It's my first time here." And then we were just talking, and you would talking about the yoga and how. And I remember you saying like, "Jackie, my legs it got so big because I got so much exercise. My muscles, my pants don't fit me anymore." And I was like, I want that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's so true. Now, I have to be honest with you. I lost my yoga practice. I don't practice as much. I really should, and I do have the time, but I usually have the time in the evenings when I'm really tired because I'm a stay-at-home mom. So the entire time I'm running around after my 2-year-old, and then when 5:30 comes or 6:30 when the good classes start, I like, I don't know if I have the juice to go to class. However, the practice of asanas, the practice of, moving, but to me, yoga is also the art of being able to sit down with a spiritual book and learn something about yourself, be quiet for a few moments, go on a hike and by yourself. That's my yoga now. And also my biggest yoga now is my daughter, who's teaching me a lot about myself, how I need to be really patient and kind and really just noticing a lot of changes about myself around her. So, I think motherhood in general is a beautiful experience of, becoming and surrender.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually the most gorgeous thing that I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm not really sure if anything else I've ever heard has rivaled that, just what you have just said. Wow.
Did I sell you on my phone?
Now I'm telling you, I still go to yoga. I try to go at least once a week to the studio. Haven't been in a while, but
It's been like 3 weeks.
I know, but it's just like I just love it so much. I'm getting all stiff, but well.
Yeah.
And like you say, yoga is not just the exercise. It's not just it's a mindset. It's the day-to-day, how you live, how you treat people, how you feel about yourself, right? But
and what you decide to put out there.
yeah, I remember when you were in DC at that time. That was when you started taking those marvelous pictures. I think it was right before you went to India. Oh my gosh, it's so aesthetic. Everything, every single picture is just so pretty. You sure have a talent to do photography.
Thank you so much. It really is my passion, and I'm actually working on a professional website right now, and have a few projects lined up. And I always enjoyed it. I enjoyed it even in Colorado. I enjoyed it so much. And then we moved in India. Of course, I took a lot of photos, and Nepal. It just was so inspiring to be there with all the colors, and the culture is so vibrant and alive that you just want to capture all these moments, are right there for you to catch. So all I did was catching moments.
Yeah,
and
sounds
then,
like you, honestly.
and then when we moved here, it was so funny because Instagram, I started using Instagram in DC, and it was just starting out. So it was such a small community. Then, of course, it got bigger and bigger, and then when we moved to California, to San Luis Obispo, I got a notification the year I was pregnant already, that my account, they like, the aesthetics of it, and they will suggest it to new users. And all of a sudden, I had this cute little Instagram of 700 people, and I was feeling good and posting, and blew up to 41,000 followers in 2 weeks. And then, I lost interest a little bit in Instagram. When I became pregnant, I didn't want to share. I just wanted to enjoy my pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
I still was taking a lot of photos. And now I'm not even joking you, I can easily take 300 photos a day, easily.
I believe you. Because, I think it's because your eye is different than anyone else's that doesn't see the way you see it. It's just like when you have that photography kind of eye, everything you see is a picture ready, is a picture perfect type of moment. And you have to capture. I really love the pictures like back in the day, even when you had a small following. It showed your interior design background so much.
Wait, you were an interior designer before?
Yeah, that's actually how I went to school for that, and I worked in design firms for many, many years.
That is really cool.
Yeah, she's good.
And Obispo, before during pregnancy until I was 5 months pregnant, I worked with a company that does a lot of really cool design work.
And then, it's needless to say that the travel pictures are amazing. And when you went to India, and those colors, the moments that I felt I was there, and I wanted to be there so much. I could smell the saffron from the rice or something, because it was just like the pictures are so vivid, and I think when they featured you, it was just, I don't know, it was very good. You deserved it, because the pictures it was right at that time, wasn't it, Maggie? Like, you went to India, and then you went to California, and then boom, 40,000
right.
people are following you.
Yeah, and it was so beautiful also because like I said, India is so captivating. To me, it captured my heart. Like, I felt really at home there, which is so strange because I really look very different. So whenever I went, people would just, oh my gosh. Like I said, everything was so magic. Everything looked so magical to me and so familiar at the same time that whatever I saw was something like I would be remembering or seeing again.
Yeah.
Like deja vu, kind of?
Yeah, no kidding. So I feel so connected to this country. I'm just waiting one more year so that, my daughter stops licking floors.
Wow, that's like such a mood. I don't know why. Just licking floors. That's hilarious. Me,
There's a lot of cow poop and all kinds of poop laying around in India, and you can get really sick. So I don't want her to have to deal with too much illness. But yeah, I'm gonna take her. We're gonna take her to India. And maybe next fall, we'll see.
It'll be great. I know. And then, now, speaking of your Instagram and the way you carry your profile, everything looks so good. And do you use filters, or what is your strategy to make everything, the colors, they are all like the same?
Like consistent color scheme.
it's like the whole theme, it's like so consistent. How do you do that? It's just so amazing.
Yeah, let me confess. So.
Oh wow! This is title dropping now.
This is the Instagram filtering confession.
Aha.
So for this time, and when I was featured, I used VSCO Cam, and lately I use Lightroom, but I still rely on VSCO because it's so amazing. But I really bring down I filter the filters. I mean, I'm so visual that I will play with brightness and contrast and sharpening. And, I can easily spend 30 minutes on a photo before I post it because, I'm playing around and I wanted to, go out there and that reflects me, that people who see it say, oh, yeah, this is Bohostela's photo. I mean, it looks like Mangala's photo. Trust me, a lot of friends here have asked me for tutorials on editing because they say that really the thing is editing, I know how to edit a photo, but I think the thing is you have to first know how to capture the moment and understand composition, and then, you do the filtering, because even if you have you can't, the filter is not going to help a bad photo.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
I've had many of those. I've deleted so far.
It is just like when you post, when you take pictures of those amazing smoothie bowls and the smoothies you made and the food salads. Oh my gosh, I was like, she is an amazing cook. You feel hungry just by looking at the pictures. You can see it. You can see every single seed of chia. It's no kidding.
Do you use like a professional camera or something, or you just use your phone?
No, I don't. Really, for Instagram, I don't, because I don't know. Instagram for me is something really quick, fun, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really take it so seriously. So very few of my professional, nice photos go on there, which is going to change because now I have more time. But, Jackie knows, motherhood, swallows you completely. As a mother, actually, for me, this experience I want to savor so much that, Instagram is becoming of little interest for me. However, I know once we start traveling, I will be posting more. And also, I want to share more photos of my daughter, but I feel so protective of her privacy that's why I created my private profile that you guys follow, because and there I don't filter because I don't have the time to do it. And plus, it's just a little cute private profile of a kid. But yeah, I really want to, share more of her, but not sure if this is what the interest is. What do you feel like?
Well, I think that your private profile, your family profile is beautiful. Even if you say you don't filter there, but it's just so pretty. And the California is the icing on the cake. Where you live is just like so picturesque.
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 No, wrong. Picturesque.
Picturesque.
No, that's wrong.
All right, you got it.
Just use a different word.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Yes.
There you go.
Much better.
Yeah, I know. We lucked out. I mean, you know what? I'm into this art of manifesting, and my husband always laughs at me. He's a software engineer, so his mind is like really sharp and focused, and you could say maybe a little boring. And on the other hand, I am like this, I'm always floating on this cloud of, oh, we should just manifest this in our lives. And, sometimes he's like, you got to stop with the manifestation. But I can't, because this is what I believe. And if I feel something, I trust my intuition so much that I will do anything if my intuition strongly is telling me San Luis Obispo, because we were up north and my husband we already had a really cute house rented there, and it was really sweet. And we had neighbors who had roosters, which I really disliked.
Oh, tell me about it.
But the house was nice. It had a horse there, and it was a beautiful property. But I had to leave because I had this massive calling to be in San Luis Obispo, like really big. And my other place that I had the biggest calling was Topanga, near Malibu. But you know what? I just love where we live so much that every time we go somewhere, like I let it really look forward to being home. And every time I'm on the plane, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're on the plane too slow. Because I know I'm going back to my little bubble, my small beaches, my nature. And everything is so convenient here, and I love it here.
Yeah, it's a
inspiring.
beautiful place, isn't
Yeah,
it?
we went, and it's like so cute.
We didn't even explore, because like from her pictures, we didn't even go all the places that she goes from. It's just like it's so beautiful there.
Yeah, like I was looking at like some of your pictures like yesterday before we were gonna talk, and like all these like the trees and the beach and the rocks and all the hiking spots. I'm just like shook because it looks so nice. It's just like such a like a varying landscape for like such like a cute little town. It's like I want to move to somewhere like that because you know where I live it's just corn and soybeans and probably the occasional tractor.
Listen, but you have the spaciousness, right? And you have like there are other probably good things. I mean, I have this gypsy soul, so I always had this. I'm not afraid to move, and like I said, I don't hang on to things easily, so I very easily let go of stuff. So for me, it's easy to move, you know. And you know how mothers keep things for the longest time. They keep their babies, you know. Oh my God, this hat she wore here, or this little sweater. I literally like just give. I gave away, then I donated, then someone came last weekend or a couple weekends ago from family member we had here, and she wants to have a girl, and she took a bunch of Willow's clothes that, you know, were her first hat, and you know what, and I thought about it, and I said, yeah, I mean, I let go of this because she already wore this, and this already moment has passed, and I have a photo of it.
Yeah, you know, that's a good thing about being a photographer. You just take pictures of everything. You don't need material items because you have photos.
No, you don't have to. You know, the whole thing about pictures is that you capture that moment and then you have it forever with you, right? So
That's right.
the stuff. So we have been to this place to have a picture, and we always remember when we look at the picture, the memories will come back. So that's this amazing thing about pictures, and so I just want to go back and ask you, because I really love your food pictures because I love food so much.
Yes, you know this if you have listened to any of our other previous episodes. She will literally talk about food for like half of the time that we are on the podcast because that's exactly how Coco is.
Yeah, so speaking of that, you can just go to our website, and it's confessionsofcoconuts.com, and you can see the show notes and listen to our old episodes, which is not that old.
Yeah, it's literally been like a month.
But anyway, the pictures. Do you love to cook? Do you cook a lot? Tell me a little bit about your cooking.
I cook every day. It's very rare that I go out to eat. Maybe when we have family here or friends visiting. But I make lots of really great things that I really love. So I make all kinds of pancakes from scratch.
Oh, really?
For Willow with all kinds of toppings. We drink green smoothies. We love green smoothies. We're green smoothie lovers here. Just this morning, I roasted vegetables for lunch. So before we left to play at the beach, I roasted sweet potatoes with beets, carrots, Japanese potato, and we had this over quinoa with hemp seeds and a veggie burger and lots of avocado.
My
so that
goodness.
was our lunch. And for dinner, I made pasta, and we'll have it with the leftover roasted veggies from lunch. So, you know,
so
I kind of make it easy on myself.
Wow.
So, yeah, I make it easy. And the other day, I just made Sunday, I made before we went on a hike, I made an amazing banana bread with pecans. I just had this, it's like revolutionary. I never put pecans in it because everybody always is using walnuts. And I had pecans laying around, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just throw them in this mix. and lots of vanilla, and it turned out amazing. So I think my newest thing is banana bread.
Oh my, banana bread is awesome. Banana banana itself is amazing.
I don't know. I personally don't like bananas. Yeah, I know.
No.
Everyone's like, you're weird. You need your potassium. I'm like, I don't know. I'll just get potassium from something else. It's like, just personally, I don't like the texture of the banana. Like, same thing with quinoa. I don't like the texture of quinoa for some reason. But I like sprouted quinoa, because that's like a different texture that I'm okay with. But I like banana bread because it's not the texture of banana bread of bananas, because it's bread, and I think it's really good. And now everyone knows what this revolutionary pecan banana bread. You know, it's been revealed. Everyone's gonna know.
Oh my god, so good, and it's so energizing, and it's a really good snack to have at the beach as a picnic, you know, bring a bunch of fruit and a banana bread and some other little snacks.
Absolutely.
We do hikes as a family. Every weekend we go somewhere, and maybe this is making me a little lazy travel-wise because, you know, I haven't been traveling so much. But also, I really love to nest, and I kind of got into this mode of being here and enjoying where I live. But, of course, I still visit my family in Chicago regularly, and we explore here. But I'm taking Willow to Europe in May.
Really?
So the food is incredible, and we're going to go to a few places. Poland, of course, and my beloved Krakow. And, oh, my gosh, the pastries there, just the food, it's the culture of being together and eating, and cafes, and I just can't wait for her to experience that. It's going to be really sweet. And I think in a couple of weeks we're going to Boulder for the first time in a year.
Oh my gosh,
So
you guys going all over the place.
Well, Rob's sister lives in Boulder, and they have a one-year-old, so we're going to go finally visit everyone. And they were here a couple of weeks ago, but I just love in Boulder, what I love the most is food.
Yes.
I think the kitchen, remember the kitchen?
I do.
Such an amazing restaurant. And St. Julian, I hope to go dancing if they still have, I'm going to
You should just spontaneously tag along. You should totally do it. I would give my consent.
I wish. And I know for sure that Willow enjoyed all this travel and all this amazing food, and she's gonna grow up to be free spirit just like you. How old is she now?
She just turned 2 years old on last Monday, and she loves broccoli. It's her favorite.
Really?
Now.
That's
she
so
went through this, and now she is obsessed with broccoli.
One of my favorite videos of her is her eating the avocado. It's just amazing how she's eating the avocado, and
I know.
It looks like she loves avocado.
Eggs. Yeah, avocados and soft-boiled eggs, because she can do it herself. She's all about, please don't help me. She's this type of child. So I have to give to her little hands that she can feed herself, and she can, just have that experience. So avocados she loves from the beginning, and she loves spicy foods. She loves everything that tastes weird. Sauerkraut.
All the stuff that is good for the gut, she loves.
Oh my gosh, jalapenos. I can't stand jalapenos when they're in anything. And the other day, I got a burrito from Whole Foods, and it had so many jalapenos in it, and she just asked for those.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah, it's spicy. So she has that, she has those taste buds. And
wow, she's already growing into an icon.
I know,
She's going to open a restaurant. It's going to be like Willow's Weird Foods. And it's going to be so iconic with all the weird flavors, sauerkraut and jalapeno.
She's growing so fast.
Yeah, I know. Our kids are just like us, They eat what we they eat what's at home. It's so easy. To me, parenting is just, all they do is really imitate what we do.
Yes. And now that she's such a big girl, she's almost time to go to school. What are you planning for her school? Is she old enough to go to school? How are you going to do school-wise?
She's actually, we were on the wait list to a local Montessori school. This is the method that I'm working with her since birth, because I used to work in Boulder in the Montessori school in addition to SDL. And she got on the wait list, and however, I had a change of mind, and I'm gonna homeschool starting this fall.
That's amazing. You know that my girls are homeschooled, but I am not as nice as you. So
Yeah, that's right.
So they have to teach themselves.
Like, so how does homeschool even work? Like, do you get all the books, and do you get like a teaching something, a degree, or a certification? Like, how does that work?
You don't have to. And for this, actually, this first preschool phase, you can actually make your own thing. So I am basing everything on the Montessori method, and then some of the books that I'm reading are conscious parenting. So I'm teaching her a lot about, even now, I mean, she's just growing up, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I feel like I'm homeschooling anyway. We're learning a lot about cleaning up, so she understands that, and putting things away. She knows where stuff goes. One of her favorite things is, there is this book, I'm trying to find it, since last October, I think. And it's all about this girl who, it's written by Bob Marley's sister, I think.
Oh.
So on the song, okay, One Love.
Yeah.
It's all about a girl who motivates her community to go clean up and fix up the park, because there's trash everywhere laying, right? So I have a bucket in the car. So Willow loves this book so much, and she is so much into cleaning up, that now wherever we go, we have this bucket, small bucket that she can carry, and she picks things up and will ask me to carry it to the trash can if she can't
awesome.
That is so adorable.
Today,
only if everybody was like that.
We went to the beach today, and we got a big basket of trash. It's spring break, so trash is everywhere. And it's still in the car because I didn't get it out yet to put it in the trash can. But she was picking up so much of it, and there was even more, and I was just like, child, I mean,
It's enough.
we did our good for
We have helped the earth enough.
Yeah. So this is my method. It's just to raise a kind human who is kind to other people and is kind, understands, that you have to be kind to Mother Earth, who carries all of us, gives us all energy, and this is where we get our resources from. If something happens to our planet, obviously something happens to all of us.
Yes.
So I want people of respect for Earth, and for all beings.
Yeah, and then and that is a beautiful thing, and I think that's why I love you so much, because we think alike. We just like,
yeah, definitely. I'm like hearing these words come out of your mouth, and it's like just hearing my mom speaking. She'll like talk about it's like all the terrible things that humans are doing to the earth. I don't know what we were talking about the other day. We were talking about how late spring is coming, because literally it was like 7 days ago was the first day of spring, and we had a snowstorm. And I was like, why do we have a snowstorm? It's spring now. And she's like, oh yeah, all the terrible things people are doing to the earth. This is what they get for being terrible to the earth. I'm like, well, yeah, it makes sense. But, I mean, yeah, I do think the earth is really important. I think that we should, pay more attention and, greenhouse gases and, all of that stuff, global warming, it's a real thing.
Stop using plastic completely. We bring our own bags, and also we bring our own bags for the bulk items that we buy, or, veggies. We have these reusable cloths, so we don't have to, waste all this plastic. It's just the packaging, that's why I do a lot of things from scratch. And, I think the consciousness around that is shifting, and I think this generation, like you, Lauren, and my kid, are really, really going to help this planet a lot, because maybe our generation and the generation before did a little bit too much damage, with all the invention, and especially the invention of plastic was like probably the worst invention ever.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I agree. There are some stuff that we use on a daily basis. They are made, it is convenient, but when you think about the damage that it causes, it's really a bad invention. So Maggie, the photography that is just so beautiful, and the whole nature, it ties to it because your pictures show this beautiful earth that even it's funny, like I have seen the same hiking spot many times in your pictures, but every single time is a different spot because the picture is different. And
Yeah.
it is just so pretty how you go to that spot, and you can make different pictures of the same place. It's just San Luis Obispo is just one of the most beautiful places that I have seen from your pictures. It is just. Do you have a preference on the subject? Do you, because your nature pictures are so pretty, and I don't know if it's because you are so much into nature, or it's just because you prefer to photograph nature. What is your preference when you're taking pictures?
I could take photos of the food that I cook because I do every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe sometimes I think it's silly. I don't know. We judge ourselves all the time, and sometimes it's good to step back and take a little break and just focus on pretty flowers and mountains and ocean
Oh.
because that's so easy to photograph. Already so beautiful all on its own. There's not, I don't have to do much to it.
That is no. That's the. I'm telling you, we were just talking the other day about these people on Instagram that take a picture. It might take hours because they are fixing the lighting, they are fixing the table, they are fixing the cookie, they are fixing the background, they are fixing what's going on. I mean, how long do you have to have to take one picture?
Yeah, what episode was that? Was that episode 3 or episode 4? Not sure, but you can just check out both of them to be cool, just a cool bean. But it's people with their, like, I've mainly used, like, smoothie bowls and, like, yogurt bowls as an example. It's, like, people, like, immaculately, like, put the bananas in the straight line and the blueberries all organized in some sort of beautiful shape. I'm just like, how much time did this take you? Why? And you're just gonna eat it and then ruin it all. It's just like a lone tear slides down the face. Like, just how sad. That's like true sad story right there.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, this has been awesome. Thank you for taking the time from your busy life to talk
Thank you
to
so
us.
much.
Just real quick, where can our listeners find more about you? Do you have, besides Instagram, any other place?
Not right now, but I'm working on it, and hopefully I'll have a website up soon.
Once again, Mangala, everyone, please send our regards to Rob. And much love to you, my friend. I love you very much.
Thank you so much. So much love to you guys. All the best. Thank you for having me on. Mwah.